Made it. We have a sunrise. It gives me some inspiration to show you how to create this YouTube channel in less than an hour. So let's get started. Okay, let me share this screen. Okay, awesome. So the first thing to do is you want to go to YouTube, but you want to create a new username because your YouTube channel is linked to an email. So let me move this aside here, create an account for my personal use. Why not? First name, Alice. Last name, let's just keep it first name for now. October 20th. Get by, make it with Alice. Get by, make it with Alice. And then 917. Okay, choose settings. Okay, I do Express, just quick settings. And accept all for data. Confirm your settings, confirm. I agree. So this is our email address, Continuous Smart. So we have an email address for this YouTube channel. Okay, cool, done. Use limited, just do that later. Turn off features. Okay, so reload, thank you. I have an email address. Get by, make it with Alice. Now we're going to start a YouTube channel. Okay, so right now, ask me in a week. So this is our YouTube channel. So I went to youtube.com. I already had a Google email. So now we have create a channel, get by, make it with Alice. Do I want a comma? Probably not. Get by, make it with Alice. Okay, great. Then what we need is a picture. So I have a background, picture of the sunrise. This picture holding my laptop. Going into this website called Remove Background. So it's Pixlr, Pixlr.com, remove background. Because we're for free, we're trying to remove the background. Hold on, there's light coming in through my window. So it's going to be download here, and I'm going to download all three, and I want to remove the background. This is the regular one. I'm going to download this, and then we have this downloaded. We have the other background image. So now we're going to upload it, get by, make it with Alice. We're going to upload it here, upload the photo. Hello. Thank you. To adding file, that's 4MP or, okay, so it's already large. The file's too large. Okay, so we'll go into Canva, and here we're going to create a YouTube banner. YouTube banner. Okay, you're going to create a YouTube banner. And this one we're going to use, let's just create the background first. Upload a file. And this is the nice view. So we're going to do this as, so this is kind of my view for the YouTube channel. Okay, then we are going to, we can kind of do a little transparent, make it a little bit light in the background. Then the title, text. Get by, make it. Okay, with Alice. Now you want to, you could do a little design feature here. And you can, so we're going to add an effects. Actually, let's keep this separate. So we just have, we can copy and paste, copy, paste. And then so we have 2 lines with Alice. Okay, then get by, make it with Alice. Do we want this font? Well, we can kind of keep it simple for now. And we want to do some special effects probably. This one, this is offset. You know, make it, we could choose any color that we want. Then this could be another color, maybe red. Okay, so let's upload the photo that we took a picture. So we're going to upload this photo. And when you're starting with YouTube, it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be consistent. So this is a picture of me. Let's see, can we add, so when we have the banner, we want to make sure that we have some like design elements. So this one needs to be, make it. This one needs to be smaller. We can kind of go less. And it could just be like a simple image of you. And then we want to make sure that when we edit the image, we can kind of add some effects. So let's say shadows, we want to do a little glow, an outline. I like a glow, and then just do something like this. You could change the color on the glow. Maybe some orange or maybe black. And then you can kind of do the blur amount. How much do you want blurred? And make sure that it's, maybe change this font. Oops, sorry, let me select. I know why I don't like it, because it has partially dark background and light background. So then but we can do all of that later with Alice. That's kind of cute. And now we are going to do just all black effects. Something like outline it, maybe something like this. That looks much better. Okay, could just be black, or it could be, let's see how white looks like. So you could like really get into a lot of the design. And it has a little bit of a background. Design, make it with Alice. Maybe this one needs to be a little bit bigger. See, now we're talking. Now that looks a little bit better. So you could see how you can kind of build something very quickly. Maybe you want a logo element, like, and this is another trick, get by, make it, and you want an element, you want to see what kind of logo this is. So let's see what kind of elements we have. Think it, want it, get it. It gets better. These are cute. So you can have these, what did I say at the end of the video? I said, do the best that you can. Do the best that you can. Let's see. And you want free. And with these little crowns, it means you have to pay, but there's a lot of free options. Now, if you're not sure if this is the right message, what I do is you can download this image, because we have to upload it anyway. But I go to ChatGPT and I ask, and I go and ask, is this a good YouTube channel name and message? And then I'll upload this. This is in ChatGPT 4. And then I upload this image and I'll ask ChatGPT for help. And we'll see what it says. In the meantime, as it's working, I'm going to, because we need to upload this image. I'm just doing a screenshot because we're going to upload this to the profile page of our channel. So let me do that. So upload, recent, this. Okay, so it's a little bit like this, sure. I want to change I want to have a different background. So it pops up a little bit more. Change, hold on, let me see, download. I want to make it larger. Can I do that? Okay, so I can't do that. So I need to go back to Canva and maybe make a smaller picture. Something like this. And change this, just make a smaller screen. That's much better. Okay, we could keep that, and then let's see what ChatGPT says, because it's going to help us, especially if we're not sure this is a great message or not. So it says here, clarity, ensure that the meaning of it is clear to your audience. Right, which we're going to put in the about page what it means. Relevance, make sure the name speaks to the content of the videos. Memorable, the name is somewhat memorable, but make sure it isn't too long or complex. Appeal, consider the appeal of the name of your intended audience. Does it resonate with the demographic you're targeting? Graphic design, the use of the photo and topography in your channel graphic, like the one you've shown, should be visually appealing and reflective of the channel's theme to attract visitors. Viewers, it looks like you're on a good path with your channel branding. Great, so channel branding is a good start. Now we are uploading the background here. So this is important. Before we actually hit publish, we want to make sure that the content is viewable on TV, it's viewable on the desktop, it's viewable on all devices. So we need to go back and edit. And I know there's a faster way to do it by getting the measurements and using software to readjust the measurements, but we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to go back to my Canva, and I'm just going to make this smaller. So make this a little bit smaller, this smaller. Now let me just go back to, let me check. So I have to make it basically smaller. I know there's a faster way to do this, but I haven't figured it out yet. So we're just going to do it like this. And okay, so download again. Okay. Okay, download. Let's see how that works. Okay, this ain't bad. We can kind of do a little bit, one more, move it up a little bit. And I think we'll be done if we just do one more little edit. So just up button, da, 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 da. And then move this like this. And move this, bring myself up a little bit more. This we can kind of bring over a little bit. And I think this is going to be the best that we can at this moment, like where to begin. So I think this should be good. You can see how just have like the face. I mean, yeah, you can go mess around with it, but you get the point. So now we are publishing this YouTube channel. Let's see how it goes. And view channel. This, now we're going to basically, let's wait a little bit and we want to give a description. So what I like to do is just make it simple. Hi, I'm Alice. And we could have ChatGPT give us feedback. Then you can get fancy with my motto. Okay? Because it's kind of like, it's a personal touch, just figuring out like what you're going to do. But yeah, I started this channel because I had no plans, only 250 euros to my name, and alone in Spain. I wanted to share behind the scenes of getting by and trying to make it. I will provide tips, insights, and tools I use. Hopefully, if you find yourself in a similar situation, you can learn something. You can learn something new, and you can learn something from these videos that will help you if you're in a similar situation. Find yourself in a similar situation. It's like from my heart, like how I feel, and I could even ask ChatGPT because it's really important. Like you want to get feedback, so you ask, does this message sound authentic and from the heart, you could say, and see what ChatGPT says. Shares personal challenges and intentions. So the message you're considering does sound authentic and heartfelt, partly because it shares personal challenges and intentions in a relatable way. However, there's a bit of repetition and the structure could slightly refine to enhance clarity and impact. So this is really good. It says, hi, I'm Alice. I started this channel with just 250 euros to my name and no clear plans, finding myself alone in Spain. My goal is to take you behind the scenes of how I'm getting by and striving to make it. I'll share tips, insights, and tools that have helped me along the way. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, I hope these videos can offer you valuable guidance and support. So this is really cool. And then like, I know how YouTubers always say, so you can kind of take this revised content and put this in your channel, and this saves you so much time. Give me a heart and blessing emoji, something like that, and you could copy emojis. So a lot of YouTubers say like you need to focus on a niche, and if you don't know what niche, you can ask ChatGPT. Thank you, ChatGPT. Like, what is my niche? So this one I could put like a little heart and support, because it's always like the tough thing. And ask ChatGPT, what is my niche? I don't know. I like to say, like, I think this is probably personal development and resilience, practical tips and life hacks, expat life and adventures. This channel is about personal development and resilience, like figuring out how to make it, right, and being resilient. Then some tips that I offer, and then expat life, because I'm an expatriate or someone who lives in another, who comes from another country but lives in another. And motivation and inspiration, that these videos are just inspiring me to share, because I know that there's other people out there, and that's that. And I think it's important that we really showcase the behind the scenes, because everything gets really intimidated. Update on the sunrise. Sun out. So in the next episode, I'm going to cover ChatGPT has helped me figure out what to do next with my life, or like what steps I should take, especially when I'm trying to market my job skills. I'm going to show you in that next video. Oh, stop recording. Oh, and before I forget, do the best that you can every day. Okay.